100 years ago or so, felled trees would be dragged down there. Then teams would strip them down and roll them into the river. Then they'd be bundled up and towed out to the sawmills. The outpost sits on top of the old workers' campsite. I know it might seem trivial, but can you take a look at the trash can and make sure that it's locked? It's a bear-proof trash can with a tricky catch. I don't want to take any chances.
That's a bear-proof trash can. I remember seeing that on literally the first episode that we did. So I should say, guys, welcome back to Call of the Wild. If you can't already tell, we are back doing some more missions, this time in the Yukon. And I can't wait to do them. I know a lot of you guys have said that I am going to enjoy these. I know a lot of you have done them, so it is that time today. But again, it says that this is some kind of bear-proof trash can. Oh, I remember seeing it open as well. All right, let's interact with it.
People often struggle to lock these heavy-duty trash cans. But if they leave it just a little bit open, all sorts of trouble could come sniffing around.
Okay.
I think we got lucky this time. Thanks for taking care of that. Oh, one last thing. Before you move on, can you take a look at the firewood inside the cabin?
I absolutely can. Guys, I've got to say as well, a lot of you might not know this, but I put my own music in the videos for Call of the Wild. But I completely forget just how good the music is on this reserve. It just fits so well. Right, what did they say? Gotta have a look at the firewood. Seems pretty good.
Damn, this is bad news. These logs have all the signs of a beetle infestation. Let me see if I can check in with the hunters who must have cut the firewood. I have the number for their satellite phone in the log somewhere. I'll get back to you. Once you're up top, enjoy the view. These towers are used mostly for fire watch duties. But when I'm at the top of one, normally I just want to put my feet up and enjoy the tranquility.
I'm the same, dude.
I haven't had a chance to do that in a long time, though.
I like this, the voice actor that they've got in for this. Fits really well. Also, I really do like the towers on this reserve. Really well done.
I just found the number. I knew I had it here somewhere. I'll give the hunters who stayed here a call and see what they have to say. I'll call you back in a moment after I've landed. No answers from the hunters yet. I'll keep trying. There's an outpost in the forest to your northwest. If you follow the trail, you'll find it. I have a hunch that... Oh, phone's ringing. I'll call you back when I get some answers from these guys about where they cut the wood.
He's a busy dude.
Head to the forest outpost in the meantime. I'll bet that's where they were.
Gotcha. So, gotta head to a forest outpost, 1.26 kilometers away. Alright, well, I guess that's gonna give me a little bit of time to play catch-up with stuff, because it has been a little bit of time. For you guys, it might not seem that way, but for me, it has been a little bit of time since I very first played on the Yukon. And I remember when I jumped onto the island, or pretty much made land, I saw bear tracks, and there you have it. I saw moose tracks, caribou tracks. There was a lot of activity, or at least a lot of prints from animals in the area. Like, let's see what we've got then, because I am going to use this opportunity as well to try and get anything good. I don't want crap, though. Like, I don't want anything like this.
Once you get up there, take a look in the cabin. There should be a backpack with some supplies in it. When you find it, just grab the whole pack.
Okay.
I had a chat with the hunters who chopped the logs we found at Loggers Point. Turns out that the cabin had been out of firewood, so they'd gone looking for a fallen tree to carve up. You are now in the same forest they were when they found our beetle-infested tree. That's the one. Once you're done at the outpost, take a look in the surrounding forest. Can you find any fallen trees in that area?
So, am I actually looking for a beetle-infested tree?
Spruce bark beetles are a massive threat to Alaska's spruce forests at the moment.
Oh, really? Okay, so it's actually legit.
Compared to some other Alaskan state parks. But I think that it may be time for a quarantine.
I'm going to have to check that.
Okay. So once you find a fallen tree, I want you to take a look at its bark. Does it look healthy? If so, it's probably not the tree we're looking for.
Okay, so very quickly, what I want to tell everybody at home watching the video if you haven't seen me do any of the missions before, generally with the newer reserves at least, there's a lot of narration or there's a lot of stuff that you have to take in for those missions. It kind of sets the mood though for what's going on. So if you don't hear me talking as much like you would in another video, obviously that's the reason why. I never knew that though. I am going to have to do a little bit of checking about those beetles to see if they're actually a real thing. Or if anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Alright, so what were we looking for? A fallen tree. I think I can see one right there, which has been shot down. Yeah. I don't know if that looks like a fresh cut though.
This is the one. Okay. In that pack, you should have a canister of paint and a nozzle attachment. Use them to paint a big pink X on the tree.
Oh.
Let's take a look around to make sure the beetles haven't started to spread.
Oh, we're actually going to get to see some beetles. Right, interact.
If you see a spruce in the immediate vicinity of the fallen tree, mark it. And our forestry team will come out and take care of it. If it's untouched, they can just spray it with pesticides to protect it. If it's already infested, then they'll cut it down and haul it away for burning.
Oh, wow. They seem like a real big issue then. So, have I got to do more of them? Along these things? I mean, it's still showing here. I mean, what about the surrounding area, though? What about these things here? Like, we got to mark these. There we go.
Great job. I hope we don't need to cut these trees down. But
This
it's
one?
a small price to pay to contain the beetles. There we go. Another tree marked. This reminds me of my summer breaks when I was a kid, helping out my dad at work. He was a tree surgeon down in Washington State. I used to resent him for making me go out there and work while my friends played back home. Eventually, those trips also included hunting lessons, and that made them my favorite parts of the summer.
Nice. So a quick little split
That
off to
should
the
do.
hunting.
I'll get in touch with the foresters. They can investigate the area and cut down what they need to. I'll make sure that they also pick up the firewood at Loggers Point. Don't want to take any chances.
What was it called? Bark beetles?
Thanks for taking care of this. It's becoming a full-on phobia of mine that these beetles are going to destroy the forest here.
Here comes the
We
snow.
sprayed pesticides across the western edge of the forest as a preventative measure earlier this month. But any new chemicals in the air, soil, or water make me uneasy.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to check that out with... I'm fairly certain it said bark beetles. But again, I mean, by the time you guys have seen this, I probably would have
In the same
checked.
bag that you found the paint, there should be some plastic sample containers. Could you bring them out to the wetlands? Muskeg is the word we use up here in Alaska.
That's cool. See, I like
We're going
stuff
to be
like that.
grabbing some samples out there. So one of our research teams can test the pesticides to make sure they aren't having any effect on the ecology. This was actually my wife Sandy's idea. She runs the Yukon Valley Nature Center. So she's working closely with a visiting research team.
Okay, so real quick, I'm going to try and squeeze in talking to you guys wherever I can because, again, I don't know the narration. I don't know how it's working. So just off what we've heard so far, it reminds me quite a lot of the Medved missions. The way they were talking about trying to protect the reserve and the environment and stuff.
Welcome to Yukon Valley's wetlands. The last time I brought both of my daughters here to spot birds, they told me that all the bird spotting in the world wasn't worth the smell. Turned out that a bear had left a rotting moose carcass in the summer sun. I decided to spot birds somewhere else, just in case the bear came back for seconds. Watch your footing at the water's edge. It can be easy to slip and fall in. Just fill one of the containers you have with water. The pesticides we're using on the forest to prevent beetle infestation are effective, but I still have my doubts about the effects on other wildlife. The flats are one of our most biodiverse regions, so I can't risk introducing anything dangerous into the water or the food chain.
Okay, so we've done something pretty similar to this. The moose is getting super angry at me. I think that was only level 3 though, and I think there's also a level 3 caribou. Yeah, if we see anything better than that, we're definitely going to go for it though. But we have done something similar to this before on the Savannah map.
Nicely done. First time I was there, I misjudged how stable the edge of a pond was and ended up with one leg knee-deep in the water.
Look at that view, guys.
I was a rookie at the time, and luckily nobody saw it happen. Can you grab a second sample from a body of water slightly further away from the forest?
Not a problem. I didn't actually catch this person's name that's speaking, but I am interested to know who it is. Again, I really like the narration. Fits very, very well. The one thing that I would say is I hope it's not just about the environment and stuff. I hope you kind of mix it up with the animals as well, which I'm kind of assuming that's why you guys told me to play it. Obviously with the missions and stuff. I mean, by this point, I'm guessing a lot of you all know how happy I am with the wolves and stuff, but I am hoping that they kind of mix up the missions a little bit with like the caribou that we haven't seen before, the wolves, obviously even the moose as well for this map because they fit so well. Okay, so I was just taking a look around. We've got another group of caribou here. What are you? Level 4. What's sneaking up on me? Don't do it, Bison. Oh god, don't do it, Bison. Oh, you're gonna do it, aren't you? Oh! He's tiptoeing in. I swear to you guys, I never heard it. Look at it, and it's just like nothing's ever happened. Cheeky level 4 over there. I'm going to leave him. I'm not going to cause him too much trouble. I'm going to let him keep going. There is a level 4 caribou, though. That wouldn't be too bad to get. Don't know what my consec's at. I should have checked that. That is the one thing that I would really love on the Hunter Mate. Just to be able to click once or right-click or something and be able to check what your consecutive harvest or the percentage is at. I think that would be a really nice touch. Let me know what you think in the comments. Right, swap to number 1, which we've got the 7mm. What about from here? What are we looking at? Oh, that's right as well. I did try this brand new perk that I've got, the Tracer Shot. I've never used it before, at least from what I can remember anyway. So I wanted to give that a little bit of a try too. Right, we're looking at about 126 meters out. That shouldn't be too difficult a shot. Right, here we go. Press F and... Okay, I didn't see any kind of Tracer Shot. And it's down. Nice. Okay. Well, that's job done. I really didn't see the Tracer Shot, though. I wonder if I slow that down for you guys. You can kind of see what's happening with it. What we got over there, is that the level 4 too? I do want to get myself a nice bison, though. If I do come across one, I'm definitely going to be patient with it. Because me, Taco, and Fist were looking around the other day. I did come across one just before I joined them, which seemed to be of a different fur type, but I really couldn't tell. Alright, confirmed trophy, let's take a look. We got the double pen, right lung, left lung, and it was at 0% consecutive harvest. Okay, so we're rocking a silver. We can't be too mad at that. 0% consecutive. We're going to have to get that up. Alright, I'm going to make my way over to the mission point. We're going to collect another sample. I'll be back with you guys in just a second.
Great. That should do for water samples. Next up, I need you to find me some animal droppings in this region. The muskeg is a hotbed of animal activity, so you should find droppings quite easily. If the pesticides have drifted out to the flats, I want to know if it's making it into the food chain. It's been a month since we sprayed, so there's been plenty of time for the pesticides to get out here.
So I'm guessing it's just going to be scattered everywhere, depending on where the animals have been eaten, right? That's what we're going to do. Let's have a look around for the droppings and stuff. So literally could be anywhere. This might take me a minute or two. To be able to find some animal poop. Okay, a couple of minutes since I last spoke to you guys, but I have found myself a caribou. That's a warning call. Heart shot. Go down. Go down. 25 to 50. He's going to be down in a second. There we go. And this is my last bullet for the 7mm. I need to make sure I grab some more of that. Now, hopefully this guy did take a dump before I took that shot, because I'm hoping that I didn't have to wait around this animal until it did that, because it was eaten when I arrived on the scene and there's nothing else in the area. So if I've just nailed this thing and I had to wait for it to do a poo, I'm going to feel so bad, because it might take me a solid 20 minutes. By the way, this whole entire area is what I've got to search. It's not just one specific area shown on the map. Let me show you guys real quick. Look, it's the entire Brightwater Flats. Right, let's see what you did. You got any poop? Anything? What is this? You got a drinking zone. Okay, I nailed it pretty good. I'm not seeing any poop, though. No! No, oh, wait, there's some there. Okay, let me grab this first, just in case it disappears. This thing? There we go. Old?
That's what we're looking for. Perfect. Could you find a sample from a different species as well?
Oh, you would ask me to do that, wouldn't you?
Grab a larger sample size while you're already there in the field.
A really weird shot. I aimed a little bit too far right. I was aiming for the heart, but I aimed a little bit too far right. I mean, we'll take it. More consec. 1 out of 2. Collect droppings from 2 different species. Okay, so there isn't anything that says I can't drop this thing. I've not got a great broadside on it, so I am going to make 1 or 2 calls. If it faces me, then I'm going to go for a heart shot. If it goes away, then I'm going to improvise. Also, I really love this skin for the 300. Right, what are you doing, big guy? Heart shot. I think we nailed him. Right, now the question is, are there going to be droppings anywhere, or am I going to keep having to look? Oh, bison. I think he's making his way over to me here. Look at this. He is. He's slowly making his way over to me. He's actually going to try and charge. Let's see if he makes a beeline straight for me. I'm just going to hold my ground. Make myself big. I don't think that works with bison, by the way. I think that's only applied for bears. Look at it. I think they look so cool, these things, though. Okay, confirm trophy. Let's take a look. Okay, we nailed it straight through the heart. 80%, 752, and 1,000 clean cash. We'll take it. Right, bison, where are you headed? So if I spot you from here, I wonder if... There was no poop, by the way. I did have a look around the area. There was nothing around it, so... Just wanted to grab it. See if I can catch up to this guy. Oh, looks like we got some poop. It's actually a big mound of it, too. It's not small like the caribou's one, the pellets. Look at this one. What does this say? Do we do it? There we go.
That should do it. Now we'll be able to tell if anything larger than a fly is ingesting chemicals that we should be worried about. It's hard work wading through the muskeg, huh? I have a spot where you can drop the samples off, and I can easily pick them up.
Gonna be this thing?
Oh, I just remembered. I've been speaking with my wife about the work you've been doing, and she mentioned a few tasks that she has on her plate that I think you could help her with.
Okay.
I gave her your number, so expect to hear from her. She's working on some very important studies at the moment. Hang on a second. I'm getting a call.
This dude is super busy. He's getting calls all the time. And there we go. Another cool 1,000. We'll take it. All the cash we can get at the minute I'm going to need.
Okay, I'm back. Slight change of plans. Before you drop off the samples, I need you to grab a hatchet from the outpost at the western edge of the flats. We have a bit of a situation out in the northwest corner of the reserve, and you're perfectly placed to take care of it. It looks like storms have weakened the roots of a tree, which is about to collapse onto the train tracks. Let me know when you grab the hatchet.
So we got to go and grab a hatchet to try and clear a tree which is about to fall into a railroad track. Who knew? We're now lumberjacks, guys. Level it up. Oh, okay, there we go. The hatchet. We got it.
You got the hatchet? Great. I hope our visitors haven't been using it to open their beans. You're going to need a nice sharp edge. It's small, but it should do the job.
Where's the tree?
There's a lake just to the north of the flats. I'll be flying over it on my way home. If you drop that stuff off there, I can jump out, grab it, and get it to one of our ecological research teams today. Instead of you having to walk around with a bag full of droppings and swamp water.
Okay, we made it. Gotta put the samples in here. There we go.
Samples ready for pickup? Fantastic. I'll be over that way as soon as I can. I really appreciate the assistance.
This is such a nice spot.
Hunting for droppings and wading into swamp water might not be glamorous or exciting, but it's part of a massive effort to maintain the balance of life out here. It makes a big difference.
Mm-hmm. Dropping off. Mission complete. New mission available. Raise
You
the
ready to
barrier.
head out to the tracks? Just knowing that tree is hanging over the train track is making me anxious.
Yeah, I kind of want to do that one next. What's this,
It's
though?
a little bit of a hike, but it's worth it to see the rail bridge. Let me know once you've found the tree. With any luck, it won't take you long to clear it out of the way.
Okay, I think that's the one we're going to do next, but what does this say? A book by its cover, Sandy Murray says, "Hi there, this is Sandy Murray, Jim's wife. You told me about the work you're doing, and I hope you can help me out with a few other things. I'm working to update our website, and I need a photograph of my favorite spot in the reserve. Can you take the shot and send it to me?" All right, we're not going to do that right now, just because I want to go and take care of this tree, but first things first, I have one shot left in the 7mm. So I think I'm just going to jump back real quick to an outpost, get some more ammunition now that I have been harvesting a few animals. And that way I'm ready for anything that comes our way in the future part of the mission. So I'll see you guys in just a second once we make our way back over to this tree.
It's hard to tell what caused this tree to tip over. I guess the big question is how to do this properly. But I trust you to get the job done. I hope you can make do with a hatchet.
Okay. So if you haven't seen one of the previous videos where we attempted to stop the train, I was asking the guys why the hell this tree was like this. Now I've got my answer. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to chop this thing down. There we go. Let's give this a go.
Great
Oh my
work
God.
out there. The train is behemoth. I honestly don't
What
think
just
the
happened?
tree would do more than dent it in a collision. But I'd rather not take the chance and risk a serious accident.
What the hell just happened?
Speaking of the train, it's due to pass by at any moment. I'd stay clear of the tracks if I were
Oh,
you.
was it switching the time? Okay, that makes sense.
Keeping that railroad open is a big responsibility for us. Not only is it essential for a lot of trade out here, but the bridge brings tourists in from all over the place. I'd like a good picture of the bridge. One that we can put on our website.
Okay.
See if you can snap it while the train is passing over it. That'll look great.
Okay. Let's get one of those.
That's the shot we needed.
That's the shot right there.
It's a shame we couldn't catch it with the train on top, but it's still good.
Wait, why can't we get it with the train?
I'll send this picture over to Sandy. Her team takes care of the Yukon Valley website.
Wait, hold up. 4,000 for that mission. Holy crap. There we go. Okay, I was just holding out for this. Look at that. We got the train. Look at it. Oh, that's the shot. Beautiful. It's so cool to see this as well. Okay, so real quick, I just wanted to fill you guys in on everything that you might have missed. So this mission says head to Basra Memorial, which I believe is just there. Now, if you recognize this area, this is primarily where you find a lot of the wolf packs. It's actually a really good spot. You can find them around different parts of the map, but this spot in particular is really, really, really good. And you get good visibility too. Now, he was saying that the word T-con is, I believe it was wolf. So he said, just make sure you take extra precautions with keeping your weapon loaded and stuff. So hopefully we're about to see something go down with the wolves. So here we go. Let's see what happens. This doesn't look like a memorial though. Looks like something to do with scientists collecting information. What's going on? Who's done this? So many questions.
This is the Basra Memorial Outpost. Or at least it will be, once you get it up and
Oh,
running.
look at the outpost.
Ranger Crawford has left the supplies that we need for the finishing touches. He was going to set it up himself, but his wife went into labor just as he got here, so he had to rush back to town.
Okay, so we claimed this. And it's as if we're claiming an outpost. All right.
The workstations look like they're ready to go. If this trial goes well, we might see more researchers setting up camp across the reserve. For now, though, let's get things powered up. The supplies will include fuel for the generator.
Wait, are we going to repair the outpost? Like this cabin over there? Because I believe there's been fires in this area, obviously. I mean, I'm no detective. I'm just saying. It looks like there's been fires in the area. So, I mean, are we going to fix things up? What are we going to do? Take a look at the old hunter mate. For some reason, the hunter mate's not popping up. Retrieve fuel. I thought I saw that jerry can on the way in.
Just stick a little fuel in the generator and fire it up.
Oh, look at this. The loudest thing in the world.
Good. I'll let our researchers know they're welcome to visit when they're ready. Of course, you can sleep here and restock your supplies, just like any other outpost.
Oh, nice. Oh, there we go. It stopped. Another 4,000, that mission.
It's a tough road ahead for this part of the reserve. The fire burnt away a huge chunk of the forest. But with any luck, a program of replanting will gradually bring life back.
Okay, so I believe this is what we've got to grab and replant. But just before we do that, I want to take a look at this. I know some people have been sending me this on Twitter and seeing if there's any like Easter eggs or clues and stuff. Right. Okay. If you've been around the channel long enough, you'll know that I've said a very cool method of transportation in Call of the Wild without any noise to scare the animals would be horseback. Being able to go on horseback through reserves, it would be awesome. Is this a subtle clue from the devs? I'm just putting it out there, guys. I'm not saying anything at this point. I'm just putting it out there. Is this a clue? This isn't actually what people took the picture of, by the way. It's actually the monitors. Okay, so I'm guessing this was the thing you guys were trying to bring to my attention. This folder right here says secret. I have no idea what that could be. I'm more interested on this. Like, just this little clue here. Is it a clue? Is it just a picture? Of all of the things they could have picked, why did they pick people on horseback? And that looks awfully familiar, that reserve. I don't know anything, guys. Before anybody points any fingers, I have no idea what that could be. I'm just asking the question at this point. Let me know what you think in the comments. There's a picture of people on horseback. If we get horses in the game, I mean, for me, that's right there with having dogs in the game. It'll be amazing. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to plant something. Let me put my weapon away. It said plant a sapling or something. I believe it's this tree. So, there we go. We're going to plant it 600 meters over in this direction. Okay. I really like what they've done there, though. You can see how this outpost has been burnt down because of the fires, and they've got like a make-do one. They've got those ugly lockers or containers back, but I mean, you would have to have something like that in this scenario.
I was in Teton Forest during the night of the fire. We predicted a few spots as potential fire sites, and we're doing our best to prepare. But there were too few of us and too much ground to cover. I sent most of the team away when the storm rolled over us. It was getting too dangerous.
I wonder what it'd be like to be in a situation like that. Like, if you're in a forest like this, I mean, and a wildfire starts, what would you do? I mean, obviously the easiest answer would be to say to run, because there's nothing much you can do. But if you have a duty of, like, being a warden of a reserve and stuff, like, what are the precautions, what are the measures you put in place to make sure you can contain it as quickly as possible? Because, I mean, even when you see it on the news and stuff, those massive helicopters that drop water on these fires and stuff, it takes a long time to calm everything down.
You're in the right spot. I haven't been out to that corner of the reserve for quite a while now.
The way his voice has just kind of calmed down, it's making me think something sad's coming up. I don't know why. Alright, let's plant the tree. There we go. We gotta plant some more? Oh yeah, we gotta get 3 of them in. 3 brand new trees. They're gonna be here long after we're gone. That's crazy to think too.
3 saplings should be enough for now. Can you see the shell of the old tree? It was the first casualty when it was struck by lightning and went up in flames.
This thing? Oh, that's really cool. I thought I'd seen this before when I was collecting a point of interest. I saw like a splintered tree, or the bottom of a tree. Yeah, this is it. I believe like the point of interest is somewhere over there. Look how cool this is.
We lost more than trees that night. It took less than 5 minutes for the blaze to take hold and travel towards us. Our rookie trooper, Basra, was the only one not accounted for. Basra! Where are you?
Oh, wow.
When I found his radio, a part of me knew straight away that we'd lost him. I wanted to go further in and look for him, but the fire was impenetrable. The wall of heat was advancing and I couldn't stay there. I just made it out before the fire consumed where I'd been standing seconds before. We went back as soon as the fires had died down and started looking. We found him.
Oh no.
But it was as we'd feared.
It's too late.
The outpost here is dedicated to him. We all take a special interest in overseeing the restoration of the area where we lost him. Naturally, it was a tough time for the whole team, but it brought us closer together. We supported each other and Basra's family. You do what you can, right? We devoted ourselves to our work, and we worked to ensure it never happens again.
I did not expect a short cinematic like that.
Today's undertaking to replace lost trees is another step in revitalizing Teton Forest. On my last flyby, I definitely saw some movement
I
down
thought I'd
there.
just seen something in those trees
Can
down
you
there.
scout around for tracks in the burnt forest? I'm keen to see what animals are returning to the region.
Are we going to see some wolves? See, I may have spoilt myself a little bit here because I did tell myself that I did want to do the missions before I kind of ventured out into the reserve, but you kind of have to have a feel of the reserve before you do the missions, at least in my opinion, because that way when you get the outposts and the lookouts and stuff, everything comes a lot clearer to you, especially in locations and where to go. But again, I just want to touch on that, what they've done there. With that little cinematic they did, it makes you so immersed in what's going on in the mission system, and that's something that gets neglected a lot in this game. I still even know people to this day that have had Call of the Wild for the longest time, and they've still never touched the mission system. And I can't recommend it enough. If you enjoy like a good storyline, they do a really good job with it. Okay, I've left it for a good couple of minutes. There's been no other sign of any other wolves or anything. I think he is literally just solo, but every single time I think that, they're just behind the next hill. So even though it looks like this guy could be on his own, they very well could be just over there. Is it him? He's alert. All right, we're going to go for a heart shot. Don't get up, dude. There we go. Tango down. Now, is there going to be any movement from a pack that was probably just behind that hill? All right, so before we actually claim the wolf, let's see if we can get the track. Is that going to mark that down? There we go. 1 out of 3. A little bit of a cheesy way to do it, but I mean, I'm not missing the chance to get a wolf. What did we actually hit there? So we went heart, straight through the lung, liver, stomach, passed all the way through. 708. We'll take a silver. Oh. Did I just catch a glimpse of a red fox? I did. There we go. Little lady's made herself known. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you don't hold integrity on a red fox. You don't want to use the 7mm. Just for the simple fact, I want to get this part of the mission system out the way. These tedious little mission systems like this where you have to find tracks and things. I like... Oh, wait, is this moose? Oh, nice. Okay, so we've got 2 there. We got the moose, so that should be 2 out of 3. And then if I get the footprints of the red fox that we've just smacked, then we should be golden. That should be 3 out of 3.
Finding tracks out there is a good sign. There might not be a lot of cover or food yet, but at least some animals are starting to come back. I don't have any more work for you out in Teton Forest, but I just received a message from a research team that could probably use a little assistance. Let me speak with them, and I'll be in touch with you shortly.
Okay. Attack is the best defense. And I just got an achievement too. A spark, a blaze, and ashes. That was actually really cool. The way that mission rounded up like that.
One of Yukon Valley's research teams have asked if we can help them to fix a piece of the equipment they're using to track animals around the reserve. There is a box of parts that you'll need to pick up, sitting in one of our outposts. I'll mark it on your map.
I'm not gonna lie. Hearing those wolves, I love it, but it's a little bit terrifying. Listen to them. Something's got them all worked up.
I'm hoping that tech trials like this tracking system will help Yukon Valley stand out as a hub of scientific research here in Alaska. Speaking of research, I have your samples on board now. With any luck, I'll have them handed over for testing before the end of the day. You're close to the tower. Find the relay's control panel and open it up. Your replacement parts should slot right in. I guess now we'll find out just how much of an easy fix it is.
Oh. I was actually just about to tell you guys, I've actually seen this panel before because myself and Fisk spotted a red fox off in the distance on one of Fisk's live streams. And we nailed it from about 200 meters out. Or I should say I spotted it for Fisk and he nailed it from about 200 meters out. It's actually a really nice shot too. Look at this. He's coming back on his plane. Is he doing a flyby? What's he doing? I'm not actually going to fix... I think it's this thing here. Yeah, it is. Okay. We've passed that a couple of times being in this part of the map. Is he going to say anything? It'd be so funny if he was like pulling a banner with like an Easter egg message on the back of it. Oh, he's literally just flying past. Right, let me fix this, see if he says anything.
You did it? It's working? Fantastic. I will check in with the researchers to let them know it's fixed. They probably noticed that their equipment's range has just risen dramatically.
And he's gone. He's just flying. Oh, no, wait. He's banking.
I just called the research team, and they've confirmed that the relay is working now. They've asked if you could take a look at one of their trackers that has been dormant for the last 13 hours or so. They weren't sure if the lack of movement had been due to poor signal, but now they're certain that something's happened. I'll forward the details.
Okay, I've got a feeling this tracker has been knocked over by either caribou or bears. Because down there is where I find a whole bunch of bears, and I know caribou are definitely around this particular area. I think that's so cool as well, like you can see him actually in the plane. So, what we're going to do next up, let me actually read what it says. Investigate non-responsive collar. I think this is as good a spot as any to end and leave you guys at a bit of a cliffhanger. But let me know what you think of the mission system so far, guys. I really enjoyed the cinematics that they added to kind of paint the picture and stuff. You guys know I love things like that. But let me know what you think in the comments below. For now, we are going to end. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. And I'll see you all in the next one.